Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Gemstone Legends video, and in this video we're going to be doing some summoning for chances at these new heroes. So if you haven't tried Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out and play alongside me. It's another really fun and deep strategy RPG like Empires and Puzzles, but with some fun new twists, and a lot of people from Empires and Puzzles have already joined. Not only can you help out the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, but if you enter the code #Spock_2021 hashtag in the global chat, you can get a nice starter bonus including gold, gems, gold scrolls, and a free epic hero Elidor, all valued at about 50 bucks. Once you join, you'll also get access to a set of beginner events where you can earn another epic hero Liliana, a 5-star legendary set of equipment, which is what you use to boost the stats and performance of your heroes, and a platinum scroll for another epic or legendary hero in the game. Those links and codes are in the description down below. Just be sure to enter that code in the global chat after finishing the tutorial within 24 hours of downloading the game, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Let's take a look at some of them. There's one that should be familiar, which is Zoe. She was released as an event hero, but I forget what was going on at the time. But she is a great green hero, doing defense down to all and dealing damage based on her defensive stat. She also grants increased speed to all allies at the start of the wave, and then her own accuracy is increased for every alive green hero on the team. Great mana gain, a good hero. So they've fleshed out the rest of the family, which we'll look at in a second, and there's one in particular that I'm excited about, which I'll explain why. But we've got a great new legendary hero. I'm going to be using all these scrolls that I have, and hopefully we can get something. But we have a new kind of hero, which is pretty interesting. So Karagon grants Soul Link to all allies for 2 turns, 35% chance to grant Soul Link for 3 turns. So Soul Link is sharing damage between enemies, or between allies. So if you're from Empires and Puzzles, kind of like what Wilbur does. 15% less damage received if he is affected by 5 or more positive statuses. So is there anyone that comes to mind when you hear that? For me, it is Strybog. Defense is increased by 5% for each negative or positive status affecting him. So if you've got 10 on him, then defense is increased by 50. Gains 5 mana for each red enemy alive at the start of his turn, so that kind of makes him seem more like an offensive hero than a defensive hero. But the synergy that comes to mind right away for me is Aurora and Strybog, because you'll have tons of statuses on you. And so he's taking less damage. His defense is going to be higher, which means he's taking less damage. And so he's just going to assist your team with staying alive, which means you might be able to bring some riskier glass cannon type heroes. Another synergy that comes to mind is pairing him with Tornus, who gives protective shield and taunt to the hero with the highest defense. So if you build him for crazy high defense, then you can turn him into a taunt hero, which you might be thinking is not quite as good as taunt because the damage is being shared around. However, he's going to be reducing that damage significantly with his high defense. So mana gain is pretty good. One pair of caster equipment will get him into a really good spot, so it was nice that they didn't put him down to 17 or something like that. Speed is on the slower side, so it'll take a bit more work to get that speed up higher. So looking at some of these other ones, I'm going to go quickly through these. Deals damage to a single enemy based on defense, removes 2 positive statuses from a single enemy, so that could be a good way to get rid of taunt. Resistance is increased by 10 for every status affecting your defense is increased by 50% if below 30% max HP. 100% chance to inflict decreased defense on a single enemy, life leech on a single enemy, mana leech on a single enemy, and then deals damage based on HP, gains 10 mana for every negative status she inflicts. Seems pretty good. 75% chance to inflict decreased critical chance, Same thing for decreased critical damage and Board Jester. Accuracy is increased by 35% if at 100 HP, 100% HP. Gains 40 mana if all allies are alive at the start of her turn. And then this is the one that I was particularly excited about. Deals damage to all enemies based on HP. 100% chance to inflict decreased resistance on all enemies. 100% chance to inflict curse on all enemies. God, I can't talk. Curse on all enemies for 3 turns. Curse is a really good negative status to place because it removes 1 positive status from your opponent every turn. So if you're against a positive status heavy team, this can be a good way to chip away at some of that stuff. You've got 3 turns, so you'll be removing 3 statuses over those 3 turns. 100% chance to inflict curse to all enemies at the start of the wave. So that's pretty good. If you bring her with you against some of these taunt defenses or really fast positive status defenses, then she's going to be chipping away at that already. And then 25% less damage received. So she's also purple. The meta at the very top right now is to have a Martin tank and then like a Nefri or a Sigil. So purple is a good color to have. So without further ado, let's jump in and see what kind of luck we can get. I've got 44 gold scrolls and 4 platinum scrolls today. And I might need to go clear some room at some point. I just remembered that. Alright, first epic, Percival, not new to me. Removes 2 negative statuses from himself. Gains immunity for 5 turns. Deals damage based on max HP. And then attack is increased for every HP. So I guess that's a way that if you build him super heavy for HP for his main special skill, this allows his gemstone damage to not suffer too much by increasing his attack. Ursula is pretty fun for placing bleed statuses. And I've seen people take her up to 6 stars. Alright, got something else here. Another epic. Astra, the one that I actually wanted. How about that? Cool. The name of her special skill, Scary Clench, is open to interpretation. Alright, really good mana gain. We already looked at her, so we won't look at her again, but a great hero for placing curse. And you'll find that a lot of the heroes that are removing positive statuses from opponents, it's usually like 1, maybe 2, so curse definitely has a benefit there. Viggo, a great, a lot of people ascend him to 6 stars. He is dealing damage based on his defense, but he's gaining increased defense first and then dealing damage, and it's a lot cheaper to max his special ability than it is for a legendary hero, so keep him in mind for sure. Attack increased by 20 for every 100 defense, immune to stun. So not the best passive, but he's a popular hero and is on my G20 team, as it's called, the Goliath Rift farming team. Okay, not doing so hot with the golds. Usually the golds are my go-to, but maybe my luck has changed. Well, that's a string of 3 stars. Oof. Alright, got something here. Another epic. Sonura's not new to me. Deals damage to all enemies based on attack. 50% chance to inflict silence on all enemies for 2 turns. Accuracy is increased by 30% if above 50% HP. Resistance increased by 30 if above 50% HP. I thought I was going to say if below. Like a little trade-off kind of thing. All right, that was a bit of a bust. So platinums have the best chance, obviously, because you can only get epics or legendaries. I feel like I got the featured hero that I would want already, so I'm not too interested in another. Real quick, let's jump in here. I guess we'll collect our new hero bonus. And if I were to pick the legendary I would most want, it would have to be Zarkon. Really want to have a dot hero. I'm all direct damage. Would love to have a Cyril as well. Claus would be nice. Jasper could be nice. Raphael, and I would definitely take the new featured hero as well. I've got a lot of legendaries though, so I can't really complain there, but who doesn't always want more, right? Okay, here we go. Epic. Kevon is a good hero that I've highlighted in my 15 epic heroes that you need to know about. Deals damage based on attack, inflicts provoke, and then gains invincibility, which means that he can't die. And all the enemies that you hit with him have to attack him if the provoke status lands. So pretty cool hero. Invincibility is a really nice positive status. All right, another epic. Liliana, I think, is new to me. She was a family that was released pretty recently. Restores 30% of caster's current HP to all allies, so you want to build her for really high HP. Grants recovery to all allies, so a lot of healing. 20% chance to cast her ability at the start of her turn. Gains protective shield based on 20% for 2 turns when she's hit with critical damage. Okay, so that's interesting. The protective shield aspect there is going to keep her regular HP safe. And what that's going to do is ensure that her heal is as high as possible. So if her heal is maxed and you've built her for very high HP, then she's going to be healing a lot more than any other healer probably. All right. Second to last, another epic. Urine. Not the best name for a yellow hero. 100% chance to inflict heal block on all enemies for 3 turns. 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all enemies for 3 turns. Removes 1 positive status from an enemy whenever she deals damage with gemstones. So not bad. Definitely a support hero. All right, last one. Epic. Amber. All right, we got 2 of the new featured. What was she again? Decrease critical damage, and board jester. Accuracy. So she could be good against a lot of the meta defense teams right now will have 4 support heroes and 1 hitter usually. And so she could be a good way to, if you can get around taunt, to significantly weaken the one offense or the attacking hero on that defense team. She's also a speed leader in the arena, so that gives you an idea of where she's intended to be used. But that way you're really weakening the hero that is going to be dealing damage to you, and then you're just trying to finish them off. So their board jester not only means that they can't attack with as many gemstones, it also means they're gaining less mana per turn. All right. That's the way it goes sometimes. I was hoping we could get at least 1 legendary because that would have given us 1 more platinum scroll. But no legendaries today. I'll keep working on what I have. Hopefully you guys have better luck in your pulls. And as I mentioned before, if you're interested in playing Gemstone Legends alongside me, check out that information in the description of this video. It's a really fun game, and it's still in the earlier stages as far as these kinds of games are concerned. So there's a lot of improvements coming on a very regular basis. and player suggestions that are being adapted into the real game. So I'm having a lot of fun with it still, and it's definitely worth checking out. So come join me. Information in the description for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you had any better luck in the comments. Hopefully some of you were able to snag this new event hero or any of the legendary heroes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.